Yes.
Would there be a place in town where I could buy a poisoner's kit?
No.
Oh.
Unless you can find like a local underground assassins guild, but I doubt it because it's a little fucking frontier town.
Perfect
Not
place for
exactly
it.
like bursting with business, you know. If you're off the baker, you're not gonna have any bread.
But I hate the baker.
But you got off the baker's competition, goddammit.
Well, it was the first time the baker went up against a professional boxer.
Oh Jesus.
First time I went up against a professional poisoner.
You're assholes.
Yes, you guys are assholes.
Tracy, you still fucking that guy landed more shot on them than.
Shush now.
Gosh, why would you do this?
Hi guys, just playing my alignment.
Just playing my character.
Asshole.
Look, I mean, my thinking, guys, is we do this. At worst, at best, it works. At worst, we fight them, which is what we're gonna do anyway.
But then we have a bunch of tainted beer.
No, we're not tainted. It's just extra strong beer. We can always just drink it ourselves and not drink all of it, and then pass out.
So your plan
Speak
instead
for
of
yourself. I have to drink it all.
your plan instead of our plan of hiding in a wagon and jumping out going surprise is for us to hide in a wagon and then all get captured and say, oh, we've got beer, please don't drink it.
No, well, they're gonna still jump us, and we say, look, the townspeople want to negotiate a trucey thing. They're willing to bribe you with booze if you don't attack all the carts. Worst they say is, no, we're still going to attack you, and we fight them as per the old plan. At best, they go, oh, that's great. They take all the booze back. We follow them at a distance back to their hideout, and they get completely shit-faced, and then we attack them while they're all unconscious.
Why don't we just, spend the money that we would spend on said beer and alcohol to, like, hire a couple of unknown traveling scrubblings and just use them as meat shields?
I don't know how many unknown traveling scrubblings there are going through this village, but maybe that's also a plan, I suppose. I mean,
there has to be a couple of village drunks who know what it cares
I mean,
about.
we were talking about them enslaving all the bandits, so I suppose if you want more witnesses, that's also an option.
Well, I mean, the whole point where I said meat shields is the fact that they would die while we fight. But I mean, you do have a good point.
I thought we were going to go for
You do have a good point.
Go for the goblin slavers first.
Goblinu.
It's racist. Also, so what are you guys going to do?
Yeah, but Hippo, Griffey sounded far too happy with that conclusion, so we picked the bandits instead.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
How are you guys going to
look? If anyone else has an actual plan, I mean, feel free to air it here.
I got a thing here. I have to say, I got awakened mind. I can talk to things. I don't even have to understand the language. So I could use that thing to mind fuck with people and make like scrubblings do things for us, right?
Well, I mean, you could try and convince them that the voice in their head is totally their own idea,
God,
I guess.
Damn it, it's God!
Or
I'm
God.
telling you what to do!
You just need to make some charisma checks, But yeah, you could try and do that.
I mean, at worst, I've got charm person. I might be able to try and charm the bandit leader and then be like, hey, Bob, I brought the booze.
But when the charm wears off, they know they're charmed.
By the time it wears off, they'll have imbibed all the booze.
As it's about to wear off, we can give them some acid to drink.
Bob, drink this great beer.
It's Mountain Dew.
Please don't leave hunts around Osric, otherwise we're going to come back to a melted dwarf.
I don't know why you'd say that.
So guys,
yeah, any other plan? Anyone else have a plan? Put it that way. I mean, everyone can have their say.
Well, my minions, I'll just let you go and do whatever you feel is important.
Well, I mean, instead of just go with the original plan of having them quote unquote ambush us, But instead of having like beer barrels that we're like, oh, here, have this, yay, we still like try and murder them. But instead of having beer barrels, we have like barrels of tar or something that we then like set on fire and throw at the fuckers.
Are you strong enough to throw? Oh, well, I suppose you are a giant. The thing in your face.
Yes, I am pretty good at lifting and throwing, I think.
If you would like to lift a barrel of burning tar and hope that it doesn't get struck with an arrow and douse you in burning tar, I'm all for that.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be burning when he throws it.
Then how will it set on fire?
Torches?
Alchemical fire.
Okay.
And that's how they burnt down the forest.
Okay.
This is completed?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
No, I
Go,
think the
guys,
tar's
make a
very good.
consensus.
I'm going. I'm going with the professor.
Okay then. I suppose we're buying some tar.
The rest of you guys, Trashy, Ein, you guys good? What are you guys doing? You going to agree to this course of action, or what are you doing?
I just want to smash.
See,
Okay,
he
I'll
also
take
likes
it
my
as a yes.
plan. Yeah. I mean, because my plan had some smashing in it, so.
Alright, you guys travel to town. Luckily missing the entire random encounter table once more. And
Woo!
arrive early morning. Well, morning-ish, about 10-ish, in town. And you see that this time of morning, not a hell of a lot going on. Most people having left for the surrounding farmlands. You see a couple of townspeople going about their business. Yeah, what you guys looking for? Barrels of tar.
Wait, do we already
And a
have the
cart.
cart?
And a cart.
No, we don't have
And
a
a
cart.
cart.
With like
Here's
you
a
know,
question: where the hell would you buy tar from? A tanner? I don't know.
No, not really. Tar would come from a general store, I think, unless there's a place that actually harvests tar in the
a
area.
tar maker.
No, it's just, where's the local tar pit?
Okay, I'm just going to assume that the general store has tar because fuck it, let's roll a d20. Yes, it has tar because they use it to seal roofs or something. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know the
Use it
economics
to
of a.
seal casks.
There we go. They use it to seal casks. They sell it to the barrel makers when they like stealing wine. So you guys heading to the general store. Doesn't cost you all that much. About 50 silver pieces. You guys buy 3 barrels of tar, no problems. And the next thing you're looking for is a cart.
I'll take the 50 out of the guild, out of the team staff story, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, a cart.
All right. Doesn't take you long. You find a couple of places that have carts. Not necessarily for sale. You find some for rent. But eventually, you come across an old man that has brought his harvest in from the surrounding countryside, and currently his cart's empty. And he says he's willing to rent it out to you guys for the next day or two for a gold piece. Yay or nay? Sorry, I just want to get us moving because we spent a lot of time waffling today.
A gold piece.
Yes, a gold piece!
Surely, friend farmer, you wouldn't want to fleece the clothes off our back.
No,
How-
but you look fairly well off to me.
How about
so-
15 silver pieces, which is more than a fair offer considering we only want it for a day or two?
15? You don't even know how long you want it. You just said so yourself. Could be a day, could be 2 days. I might never see my cart again. Then I'll have to buy a new one.
We're gonna get another 15 when we come back, if there's 2 days.
30 silver pieces, you say?
Yes.
50 for a day. 15 silver pieces for a day. If it's 1 day, it's 15, which we pay up front. But if it's 2 days, we pay another 15 when we return it.
Well, you're not gonna run off with my cart, are you?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, but I expect to see her back before sunrise tomorrow, if possible.
We'll do our best. And I give him his 15
Hold out
silver
his
pieces.
little grubby paw for some gold. Alright, so you guys have a cart. It's not an amazing cart. It's got an old nag, just kind of like placidly standing there with the cart hooked up to her. Only got space for about 6 of the big old barrels that you guys have. It's got a little bench at the front for driving it. Splintery, old, some rotten hay and stuff at the bottom of it from the previous loads that it's borne. Yeah, pretty standard ye old wooden cart. What do you gents wish to do?
Well, if the professor will get in the back, we'll throw a tarp over it, so that it's less noticeable.
Okay.
Are most of us going? Well, I mean, I suppose most of us can't fit in the back. But...
I'll ride up front with the driver.
No, you'll be driving, and I'll be in the front with you.
Work. I don't know how to drive, but I'm sure it can't be hard if you can do it.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 of you going in front. And then the other guys are just what? Gonna lie flat in the back with a tarp over you and a bunch of barrels.
I think that's what was their plan. So yeah.
Yes, just let me squeeze in there a little.
Alrighty, you turn into the hot dog in a Hein and Letty sandwich in
And
the back.
mussel sandwich.
Oh my! How disgusting!
They're so strong.
Alright.
I've never seen the elf so happy.
Who's driving?
Osric.
Osric.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, Osric. I would like for you to make a handle animal check for me.
I have +4 to that.
Oh my god, how? I don't even.
His wisdom is really good.
Because he
I
thinks of
guess animals
everyone's
can't tell what
animals.
he's actually saying.
I'm very good at doing this. No wonder. I wonder why you guys have so much trouble.
Okay, doesn't take Osric much effort at all by the looks of it. And with a very condescending tone that somehow the old nag is either too deaf or too retarded to pick up on, he guides you guys out of town, up the northern roads, following the route that the local sheriff had indicated that you guys could expect trouble on. Now let us do some rolling, shall we?
I can see how in a small town like this, they consider this a good horse. Where I'm from, this would be dinner.
You
Okay.
eat horses? It's sad to know you didn't come from a place that could afford proper meat.
What are you talking about? We eat horses here.
Okay.
You eat the old horses, not the tasty younglings.
We eat the horses that doesn't fucking say do what they say or said. If they don't do what they're supposed to do, we eat them.
They also make great glue.
That's only the hooves.
While we're traveling, I just sing a popular ditty, which is "String Up the Dwarf" from the nearest branch. It's far more popular than you would think, especially in towns that Osric has been in.
I'm humming along.
Hey, is this Ed Sheeran?
You guys are sitting on the road. It's a bumpy. It starts getting hot under the tarp. It starts to smell.
People start to sweat.
Especially your companion, your brutish companion, that is so free with his javelins. It's not really known for his cleanly habits and, timely bathing. So it's really starting to
I pour some
hone in the back there.
very diluted acid onto him to clean him.
What?
So it stings a little bit? What?
Just a little.
Yeah, my greatsword stinks a little bit too.
You should not have messed around with the dwarf then.
This place smells like home.
Okay. You guys can't really see or hear anything under the tarp other than the singing of your friend and the creaking of the cart and the sound of the wheels crunching over gravel. And it's slow going. I mean, this is a cart, this is not exactly a, plane or fucking speedy travel. And it's just creaking and groaning and it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter under the tarp. And probably a good 2 hours or so later, as you guys are approaching a bend in the road, there is a small set of trees around it, just obscuring it. As you guys are about to enter this corner, you see a man step out into the middle of the path in front of you guys with a longbow drawn, pointing at you, Osric. Is alright then. If you all would be so kind as to step away from the wagon, we'll be taking possession of your property.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Shh, shh.
Oh no! Not
Friend.
bandits!
Hold on, I need to roll a perception check to hear the hi from Mr. Man in the back. Oh, 1.
Oh lord.
Never mind, I rolled a 1, because I'm apparently deaf as a fucking doorknob.
I kick Croftline.
Hey, guy, I can see how you might mistaken this for, like, your own cart, but this is our cart. I don't think we should get off of
More
it.
of you getting out of the cart. Don't want to kill any of you folk if we can help it, but if you are going to give me trouble, well, man, you're gonna make a living.
He said,
Well,
I
okay, I
slowly, I
guess.
slowly climb off the edge.
And you,
Although-
I can see you got that sword with you. You just keep your hands where I can see them. You don't come a step closer.
I hope you and your friends, I hope there aren't too many of you.
You don't see anybody else. It's just him standing in the road so far.
So
Because there's not
you just,
much gold in this cart, I'm afraid.
you're just gonna, like, walk over and take our cart by yourself? Because I understand you may not know numbers. There's more
You
of
see
us
him
than there are of
let
you.
loose, and he puts an arrow right next to your face into the bench behind you before knocking a second one.
I see your point. I'll climb down.
Don't really need to walk over. If you give me any more lip, well, unfortunately, I'll have to give them a discount on the cart when I sell it on account of all the bloodstains. But I think it'll be worth it, don't you?
Now you're just being rude.
So, gentlemen, I want you two to both get off the cart, turn around, and start walking away. If I see you look back, you're getting a feather in the eye. So, get to it.
Okay, I get up and I start walking to, I suppose I start walking away a bit.
All right.
Wow.
How far away is there? Are there any bushes nearby? A clearing?
There are trees on either side with some underbrush.
Yeah.
It's rather thick. Like, let me make a quick sketch to help out a little bit. So the road kind of like corners like this. The track that you guys are, well, it's more of a track, less of a road, I should say, around the side. And there's a whole bunch of brush on either side of the corner, which kind of like, so if you're coming up from the road up here, right, you can't really see beyond the bend because of the brush. And then there's trees, you know, on either side here, making like a little shadowed, almost like an archway as you go around this corner. So the cart's currently over here, and he's currently standing over here, about 20 feet from where you guys are at the moment.
Okay,
So you say you're busy walking away from him, is that correct?
I'm walking away a bit towards the bush on this side.
All right. Go on,
Hey,
dwarf
guys.
man, get moving.
Okay. Yes. But Robert, you sure seem to be in a hurry.
It's eager to get you out of range so I don't have to listen to your lip anymore.
I mean, look around you. There's nothing
If you
here.
start walking, I'm going to put an arrow in you, and I'm not even going to apologize. So I would get moving if I was you.
Okay, Osric climbs down off the thing.
As you guys are doing this, I'm casting a spell like under the cover. So if
What
I
are you
do
casting?
my armor of, sorry, blah, 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 blah.
Agathis?
Yeah, armor of Agathis.
How does he?
Does it have
How
verbal
does he have
components?
spells?
Yeah, you're gonna have to use words, bro.
Is it verbal or somatic or what is it, Dine?
Let me check.
Because if it's verbal, he's just gonna hear from under the cover, Klaatu, Verata, Niktu.
Can
I
I
can,
like whisper?
You can certainly try.
Concord Rodriguez.
Okay, you guys
that-
are both walking away at the
Oh,
moment.
can I get a little distraction for me?
How would I know that you needed a distraction?
Because I'm telepathic. I can just ask you.
What?
I have a vacant mind. If you're 30 feet within within 30 feet, I can talk to you guys.
Then talk to him.
Yeah, I'm asking you guys to make some noise for me.
What? Do you hear that? Are there more bandits?
No, this is.
The goblins surrounded! And I fucking and I go from the tarp, like go up.
I need you to make a strength check to try and like burst out from under the tarp.
Kool-Aid
He
style.
literally just ties himself up. And falls off the cart.
Okay,
Oh, Lord.
you cast Armor of Agathis. It's become really obvious that you are, that you're under there. This is the worst ambush.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I heard a voice suddenly. I've never heard this voice in my head before. I don't know what it is.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Tragedy.
Well, it sounded like you were talking to everyone.
You was just whispering like words next to you.
That's a 9. I'm not sure because I can't remember. Seem to find to where is the racial things with the Goliath. Isn't it
Surely your
elemental evil?
strength check must be more than +1.
Doesn't matter.
Nice.
It doesn't
It's a
matter
dex
what
rogue.
language.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because there is like certain like things which I get an advantage on, but I can't seem to load the page for some reason. So I can't
Did you
remember.
not have the PDF open?
I have the PDF open, but oh, there's Goliath. No, it doesn't say it here.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah, the PDF is not loading properly, so I can't find it at the moment.
Ah, gee. Okay, hold on. I need to
Like,
check two
apart-
things now. You must check your spells for me next time, just for sake of ease, and then I will check so long.
Experience.
What do you mean?
Hmm? Do you know if it's got verbal or somatic components?
Yeah,
at
it
all or
has
not?
verbal, somatic, and it has VSM.
Good
So
man.
you were shaking and shimmying underneath
and the-
that.
Cup of water is the thing I need.
I'm still confused as to why he had spells.
Don't worry about it, Hippo.
Oh god.
You have a
Don't
cup
worry,
of water.
everything is fine.
Oh, I don't believe you now.
Okay. Liddy, for this, I think you have a thing that allows you to like triple your dragging weight or something like
Yeah,
that
it's
when you're moving stuff.
lifting and dragging, I think.
Whatever. You're lifting yourself. Wham! You fucking throw the tarp off of you as you like stand majestically, Goliath nipples gleaming in the sunlight. You know, surprising your opponent. Ein, you're lying flat on your back, casting something on
I'm
yourself. Osric, you're just fucking surprised because somebody's speaking to you. Like, there's a voice in your brain. You don't know what's going on. There's a guy behind you pointing arrows at you. He's very confused now as to like the source of this sudden interruption. What are you doing, Hippo? Since you're still also like lying flat in the back of the cart at this point.
Oh, still no.
Probably
Oh,
throwing
it's all
acid.
gone wrong. I'm just gonna reach into my bag and get out a vial, ready to go.
You can throw acid on just anybody.
Hey, this
Okay,
one's
so-
fire, bitch.
I like you all to roll initiative for me. And then we will get this party started. Wow, that's fucking awful.
20.
Jeebus.
Not a nat 20. Just
17.
a normal 20.
4.
Oh wow, 11.
15.
Sorry, what was that, Trashy? 4. And who did I miss? Liddy, Matt, Hippo. Ein, what did you roll? 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so surprise round for you guys. Benny goes. Oh, okay. Wait. That is a very large man, and we should just talk about this.
I was trying to talk the entire time.
He like swings the arrow over, like pointing at you. You're still looking away from him at this point, or if you turn around now.
I would turn towards the commotion. Also,
They're aware of me now, right?
Yeah, you're like right fucking there.
I have a
Parchment
very
pile.
large sword too.
I don't think he was talking about you.
Okay, so there's a few more of you, but I have you know, I have friends surrounding you on all sides with bows right now, ready to strike you down.
Is like all of the woody areas like all dark and shit around us?
Oh, wouldn't say dark as such.
Will-
I mean, there's some shadow there is.
Will my goggles of night help me look into them to see if there are people?
You could try. I mean, just make a perception check for. Matt, what are you doing?
I'm just checking something here quickly.
I call bullshit, little man.
A unnatural 20.
Roll sense motive for me, lady, if you want to tell if he's lying.
Oh no, I'm just yelling. I call bullshit, little man.
I think
I'm
you
just
should
intimidating
drop
him.
all your stuff and walk away if you
Yeah,
want
you
to
don't say
live.
shit.
There's no one around.
I want to cast sleep.
On who?
Well, it affects everything within a sense creatures.
Sorry?
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points.
Alright, go for it.
Well, I'm just going to cast it on him
Okay, go for it.
and hope that most of his men are, near him.
Near him.
I'm just checking. Sorry, I'm just checking which dice I have to roll. 5d8s.
Yep, and then what's the DC, your spell DC? Or
Spell
does it just go
DC
through
is-
automatically?
Sorry, I'm just checking here.
Bastards.
Sleep? Isn't? Yeah, that goes through.
Yeah, it just happens.
instantly.
Yeah, it just works.
As long as he rolls higher than its hit points.
Go for it.
Okay,
Because while you're rolling, bullshit! I'll show you what's bullshit! You get off that cart and I'm gonna feather you like a chicken!
But wouldn't that require removing feathers, not adding them? You were really bad at your job.
Okay, that's more than he
5,
has.
10,
26.
20, 26 hit points.
Yeah, as he goes, listen, your door! He just passes out. Crumples to the ground asleep.
Ah! Intimidation, it still works! Hey!
Yes, Professor, you are terrifying. He's not going to be asleep forever, though, so I suggest we tie him up as quickly as possible and make sure there's no one else around.
I'm tying him up!
Get from the side as he crumbles to the ground and you guys start moving toward him. Jim! No! And you see another man with a bow step out of the bush, holding you guys
I
up.
instinctively hurl my alchemical fire
how
at
close
him.
is that man?
He's about 25 feet away from where you guys are at the
I
moment.
Okay, where was
instinctively
he in
hurl.
comparison to Jim?
In comparison to Jim, he's behind you guys, diagonally over here in the brush.
Yeah, I know, but my sleep works at 20 feet radius from wherever it's centered, so 20 feet away from Jim would be
He's-
affected people's.
Yeah, no, he's out
yeah,
of range of it.
Second.
He's like, no, you guys just step away from Jim. I don't know what trickery you pulled, but
Jim belongs to
Tricks.
us now.
I scared. I instinctively hurled a alchemical fire at him.
shit, what does he have to roll, Dex?
Dex, which is, oh god, I've gone to the wrong page of my thing.
It's okay, you rolled a 2.
14. Okay. Oh god. Okay.
Oh, my eyes! Oh, my sweet, sweet eyes! What have you done?
My
I'm
sweet, sweet
blind!
flesh! Why?
He's just standing there flailing, he's dropped the bow. He's pawing at his eyes with his sleeves. What are you guys doing?
Sorry, I only rolled 1 damage on him. He's
In
just
the
a bit
eyes.
singed.
His eyes are singed.
Oh, well, whose turn is it next?
Okay.
Yes, Ein.
Lady, Matt, Hippo, Ein, what are you doing?
What do I see? How many guys are there?
One guy unconscious crumpled in the road, the other one just dropped his bow and is kind of got acid in the eyes at the moment.
Hey, it was fire.
How far is he
Fire.
away?
I
About 30 feet from where you are.
where this dude came from?
I
just
rush him.
well, whatever. Where this dude just the new dude came from, I just start yelling in that direction while yelling intimidatively, and by that I mean just yelling a lot.
So I
Make an
rush him.
intimidation check for me. Yeah, and you charge him. Alright, what are you doing?
The poor guy on his knees trying to put out the fire on his face.
My eyes is burning!
Remember, we need to take them as slaves.
Yes,
17.
That's why I'm charging him, so we can't get away.
But you can't see where he's going, though. I've melted his
Okay.
eyeballs.
So what are you doing? Swinging at him with a greatsword?
No, I'm gonna just charge him. Kick him down.
Well, okay, so you're making an unarmed attack.
I wouldn't say that. I'm gonna hit him
Well, say
with
what
the.
you need.
I'm gonna hit him with the sword, but not the sharp bit.
You're going to try and make a non-lethal attack.
Yeah.
Okay, roll with disadvantage.
And Ein kills the prisoner.
Look, at least
It's
the one
okay.
prisoner asleep is still okay.
So it's 4 plus. What was your base roll you had on?
My base roll is plus. Let me check.
Probably something dumb,
6.
like +6.
Yep,
Alrighty.
6.
He's currently not really paying attention to you, and you just slam the greatsword into the side of his head, and you guys just hear a crunching sound as the flat of the blade just deforms the side of the guy's head. And he
Oh,
just
great.
goes
I understand the point of not killing them.
He just
I
goes
wasn't
down
trying to
this-
kill him. He has a weak
Think
head.
that- when Hans throws fire in your face, what do you think's gonna happen?
It is okay. I can throw more things at him. I can make him better.
Oh yeah, throwing! And then I turn back and start going back to the cart to get one of the tar barrels.
I don't
Okay.
think we need to yet.
There's an unconscious bandit in the middle of the road and a
Tie him
man
up.
lying in the brush at
We-
the back.
We should
want-
we should tie them to a barrel, and if they don't cooperate, we burn it.
Over to the
Okay.
guy who's on the ground with his face on fire.
Well, the fire's gone out. It's just his eyes look horribly swollen and there's welts all around it like somebody spilled hot oil in his
Griffey,
eye sockets.
I'd like to call out to the rest of the bush. It's like, it would be better for all of you if any of you are still hiding to come out now. Otherwise, we will find you, and it was not going to be better for you then. Believe me.
Do you mind
Leave him.
that he's saying that while I'm still screaming and running with a barrel?
Make a persuasion check for me, Matt.
He's got a very special set of skills.
9. No.
Okay.
9. 10.
You don't hear
10,
any
sorry.
response from the brush.
Now I only need to get to level 14 as a warlock, and I can create a thrall out of that fucking bandit.
Okay, so you guys tie up the bandits, and what are you doing with them? You've got 2 limp men, one of them sandy-haired, wearing leather armor that seems like it's seen way better days than it currently has. You can see it's got lots of patches and scar marks and just old, worn-in leather armor. Half his face like completely graunched in by a greatsword. And the other guy is just sleeping like a baby. He isn't even aware of the fact that you guys have tied him up. And he also seems to be wearing like farmer's clothing.
I'm gonna take the one that's sleeping and drag him to the back of the cart where I can have a chat.
No, we should have tied them to a barrel.
Yeah, I'm not listening to Mengele at all.
I tie the burned face one to the barrel.
Okay. So you guys have a cart with like 3 barrels on it
And,
with a bandit tied to them.
Then get a healing drought ready.
I use my medicine skill to mobilize the guy with the burnt face.
Okay. He doesn't seem like he's gonna wake up anytime soon.
I just pour the
But-
healing drought down his throat then.
You see the face like ungraunt with like a sickening popping sound. Almost like a meaty balloon getting inflated.
Wow, he gets back 5 of the healths.
Considering he doesn't have that many, that's like most of his health pool. You see him, he doesn't wake up, but his breathing like becomes more steady. Alright, so you guys drag the bandit around the back of the cart, the one that's asleep at the moment. What are you guys doing?
I'm just gonna pat him on the face, wake him up.
Well, I think I'm currently still in the bush, yelling with a barrel.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving you to go chase people in the bush with a barrel. That's fine.
There's just nobody in the bush so far, lady. I mean, you found a squirrel, but that's it really, as far as people go.
Guys! I yell at the distance. I'm very disappointed right now!
Don't worry, Professor. I'm just gonna ask this man a few questions, and we might know where we need to head to.
Okay.
Hold on to the barrel. You can throw them at goblins.
Yay!
Okay.
I pat him a few times on the cheek. I'm like, "Wake up, friend." I'm like
It
crouched
takes-
in front of him.
It takes some time.
Actually, if I cast Charm Person on someone who's asleep, do they get to resist?
I'm going to say probably not. Like, if
Then
it's not
I'm-
a creature that has innate spell defense, as part of their nature,
Yeah.
I'd say
It-
probably not.
Then I want to first calm Charm Person on him before I wake him up.
Okay.
I cast Charm Person.
All right. Charm Person doesn't it just makes them more disposed towards liking you, right? It's not mind control.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm just saying it will help. I'm just saying it's not like, Jedi mind trick. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah. Just it just regards you as friendly. He'll also know that you cast it on him when it wears off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he's still more likely to tell me things if he thinks
Oh
I'm
yeah,
afraid.
he'll think you're a friend for the duration of the.
That's perfectly fine.
You see him blink, 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 and his eyes look a little bit unfocused, and then he looks around like, "Wait, what? How? Why am I tied up?"
Friend, don't worry. This has just been a slight misunderstanding.
Oh, good at you! Thank the gods. So, can you untie me?
Oh, almost in a couple of minutes. My friends think you're a bandit.
Well, I suppose technically.
Oh, okay, but look, I don't want them. I point to Osric. It's like that one's a bit crazy. Look, I can help you.
Shut up.
Do you
Hi,
know
guy.
where?
How's your head?
Do you know where's your hideout again?
Oh, well, we don't really have a hideout. I mean, we just kind of sleep in the forest,
Are you sure
Like,
you don't have
we
like a
camp.
cave or anything?
No, it's just
Camp
the
of
two of
some
us.
sort?
I mean, we just grab some beer or grain or whatever comes by on a cart, and most of the people just give it over. When you're pointing the bow at them.
It was just the two of you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we were farmers. I just thought it would be
I know.
fun to.
I
Yeah.
understand. Another question while you're here. Do you know about? I've heard there are goblins in the forest.
Oh yeah, those guys are great. We usually take the carts to them, and then we trade it to them. They give us food and sometimes gold, although they don't normally have gold. But we trade them knickknacks and furs and stuff like that.
And how many goblins are there? Do you know?
Well, probably about, I don't know. I've never counted them.
I mean, you must have seen at least like more than 10, less than 10, 20-ish.
I say probably more than my hands to my toes combined. I mean, like I said, I had to take off my boots if I wanted to count them, so I haven't really
Yeah, no, I understand. It is tough with bigger numbers. Osric has the same problem.
I'm
Okay.
sitting right here.
Do you know where the goblins are again? We're gonna visit them actually in a couple of minutes, I think, maybe, or tomorrow.
Oh, we have a map. I can get my pack. There's a map in there I could show you.
Oh, great! Just tell me where the pack is. I mean, you look tired. I understand. I mean, I'll get Osric to go fetch it quickly.
You sure you can untie me? I mean,
No, look, we're playing along. We're playing along. It's all good. It's all good.
yeah, it's just the tree with the bowl with it looks like a swirl in it, just off the track there. Like behind it, that's where packs are.
I point. I'm like, Osric, do you mind?
Yes, I do mind. I'm driving the cart.
Osric,
Yes.
Osric, don't make me take my shoe off.
Can't we have one of the bigger, stupider guys do it?
Osric, do you want if we send the professor, he'll eat the packs.
What?
I'm trusting you here.
They
You
got
gotta
food?
understand.
You know, you have
This is
a
an
point.
important job, Osric.
I think they're
You just
food
heard
in the
from-
pack.
Please don't let them take our food.
No, don't worry. Don't worry
They
about that.
definitely have food.
Okay.
What?
I'll
Have
go ahead.
food? Who has food? Wait, what?
You see the dwarf heading into the tree line.
Wait, Hans!
What is it, Professor?
You said someone about food.
Yes,
Someone has food.
I think the smelly dwarf is going to steal their food.
Why?
'Cause he's a fat little dwarf.
What a gun!
I know.
Wow.
Not like us, guarding this man tied to a barrel of flammable liquid.
Well, it's not really liquid. It's more of a viscous mineral.
I'm just sat here bored,
That
playing
is
with
why
my
he's the
firebolt,
professor.
making my
What
hand
are
on
you doing?
fire.
You're just lying on your back in the cart, just like armor of Agathis and chilling out, I guess.
Agathis and chill, that's what Ein does.
Mine is yes. Saying back and chill.
Nine is dead.
I'm chilling.
I
Yeah.
go through the pack once Ozzy brings it back. It's like, is this the map?
Oh, don't look at the bottom of the pack, please. You see the map's kind of like jammed into a side pocket.
Brought your pack.
It looks like it's like a leather, like an oiled leather that somebody's inexpertly inked a map onto. You know, it's not like a cartographer's map or anything like that. It's hand drawn, and it looks like it's been waterproofed for outdoor use.
Look at that map. It was clearly made by someone who really is bad at making maps.
So, can you just explain this to me, friend? I mean, where are we on this map?
Oh, that's easy. You see this circle over here, and he like points at that's pointing the map. That's Lance Rock, and about 3 days east from there, you'll come up to a big old mound. It's like a hill. It looks like a hill that had the top of it chopped off with an axe, and they've got like what is that fancy word that one guy used? A palisade built around it. They got like
like a
chopped up
wall.
a whole bunch of trees and like stuck them in up with the spiky ends pointing up around the top of the hill.
That's clearly an oval, not a circle.
Thank you, my friend.
So,
now look.
Can I untie me now?
Look, man. As part of the charade, I'm gonna put this gag back in your mouth and put you on the back of the cart. Just play along. And before you can respond, I just like quickly re-gag him.
I told you were really bad at being a robber.
And then I'm like, I gesture to the other guy so everyone can come and stand a bit away from both of our prisoners.
Okay.
Guys, so it turns out that these two guys were the bandits.
Only two of them?
Yeah, this was it. Two opportunistic farmers in the area. Yep.
Well, they seem to have had a fairly good success rate.
Yes.
And
Yeah, they
very
seem to.
handy with the bow.
I suppose when arrows are flying out the bush, you don't really know how many bandits there are, and most merchants are not going to take the risk. Now, from the sounds of it, I got this map, and it looks like the goblins that we also had to look at are about 3 days travel from Lance Rock. So I don't know if we want to like go back and hand in these bandits before we head off to do that.
I mean, if we could use them, we could convince them to join our cause.
Okay, how are we going to do that?
You're very good with people.
I can be, yes.
Mingili.
But what do we want to do with them exactly?
For now, we send them back to the cave, where they can act as guards whilst we are in the wilderness.
That could be good. How do we make sure they don't leave again?
We convince them to join us. We promise them a share of the loot, and not to turn them in.
We could also just chop off one of their legs.
No, and if they leave, we'll eat their children.
If we don't know if they have children,
Don't make them have children then!
this seems like it could take some time, though.
At least 9 months.
We don't have that much time. We don't have the supplies
I
for
mean,
this.
I can try to convince them, but we're gonna have to wait a little while.
Well,
Both are below the knee.
Right. How much was the reward for these guys? Because I mean, we could use the capital.
How much was it again, Griffey? I can't remember what we were told yesterday. It's not much. I think it was 10 gold, 20 gold.
Oh Jesus, hold on. Go back to the previous.
I'm
stuff.
amazed at the amount of big words you used. That was like 3 syllables.
It was. Scroll. Here we go. Corpses. Here we go. It was 165 silver pieces and 78 gold pieces, and 4 polished jet gems of 50 gold pieces.
No,
each,
that's what we
had.
found in the man. I'm talking about how
Oh.
much is it going to be if we hand in these 2 bandits to the commander.
Probably about 50 gold.
I mean, 50 gold. That is a pretty decent chunk of change. But on the other hand, getting 2 people who can look after the rock for us while we're out might be useful.
We could just ask the Dark God, I mean, my cleric, to influence them.
I mean, it's just
I don't know,
pain in
Osric.
the shit.
If they turn out like you, Osric, are we really doing anyone a favor?
Of course. I'm clearly better than all of you at everything.
I don't know, little man. I don't think you can lift my sword.
Well, you are bigger at, you are better at being bigger and stronger.
Then you're not
Yeah.
better than everything.
Well, it's tempered by being
I don't
dumber, too.
think you could make the acid I make.
That's why I have you. You make my acid for me.
No, it is my acid. If you
So
touch
what do you
it,
want to do,
I'll
guys?
burn your
So-
hands off.
So you guys want to deal with the bandits before you go to the goblin slavers?
It probably would be better than dragging them with us. Well, at least I think so. But once again, people.
We should turn them in.
I
If
mean,
we're going to make them our thralls,
Turn them in. Tie him up. I'm gonna have to get to level 14, and I'm gonna make a thrall.
we can always go back and get them later.
What is this level you speak of?
I don't know, man.
He said
It's very compelling.
I know levels are what they use in like a really distant country to determine how good of a guy is. But I mean, level 14 is like super scrub. It's like baby level.
That would explain why Osric is still level 1.
and I'm this much better.
Ah, so this is what these floating numbers above our heads mean.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, speak this language. I've heard it before. It's called meta.
So,
You speak as the language that
guys.
I know as
what
Killjoy.
do we want to do?
I vote for making them work for us.
Okay, Professor, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to just kill him, but I mean, money's good. I mean, that's skatey stuff.
Okay, so Professor is for handing them in. Crofter, what do you want?
Well, we can sacrifice them to the Dark Ones.
Ooh, I like some of that.
Chaos! Or we can break them down and, make their will our own.
Oh, that's fucking rapey as shit for me. No, I'm out.
Yeah, that sounds like it could take a while. So, you trying to convince them or hand them in, Crofter?
Why not?
Them. Convince!
I say, I can't really choose between sacrificing them and breaking the will.
Okay, so Crofter's given up his vote. Osric,
Neither of us for turning them in.
Well, how much are good slaves worth? It would cost us more than 50 gold to get good slaves. I say we make them slaves. Or we could do this. We could turn them in, get our 50 gold, come back, and then buy the prison and make them our slaves anyway. I say we turn them in.
How will we buy a prison?
Contracts. We're going to show that we're very good at handling criminals. Then we're going to take over the responsibility of handling criminals
I
from the
don't
local
think
government.
this is how this works.
We're gonna rehabilitate the prisoners.
Think
Make
of it,
them work
Otzig.
for us.
Think of all of the chores you could get them to do.
I am not loud in the cave, so I don't do much chores.
Ah, well, think about how much easier our lives would be.
So sounds like we need to get the dwarf some chores.
I say we turn them in. We can always go and get them later if we really want to.
And how will we get prisoners from a prison?
You just go to the prison and get them.
But
we're
I don't
looking
think
for
this
some
is
kind of
how the
evil
judicial
lair.
system works here.
If we have an evil lair, we need
Which we
to have
do.
a prison in the evil lair with some prisoners. Now we have some prisoners. I don't want to give them up so easily.
Well, I can see why you're confused because you're not clerics. Therefore, you don't have faith, which means you're bad. But
Faith?
well,
My faith is
as-
much deeper than your wisdom-based pulpals.
you're just-
as the deciding factor, let's try to convince them.
Guys, no, guys, wait. You really want some fucking lazy ass farmers who don't want to even fucking farm working for us? They'll fucking fold at the sight of a goddamn fart.
Well, they can hunt
it's
food for
both.
us and stuff.
They won't! They're
They,
fucking lazy as fuck!
they could just continue to rob the caravans and bring all of the goodies back to the cave.
That
the
is
weird
a good
elf
idea.
makes a point. For you.
You're quiet, little man. The adults are speaking.
Oh, the kidder.
Okay, Griffey, I want to wait until Charm wears off, and then I want to try and. Oh, does the other guy look like he's waking up soon?
No.
Can I make him smell some acid?
Sure.
Maybe that'll help.
Now that his nose is dissolved off, he's still asleep.
I'm not pouring it up his nose. I'm just wafting.
Wow, okay,
Look
apparently
at
the
me,
wafting is
look at me,
effective.
I've got acid. That's how you sound. That's how you sound all the time.
I wish I could imitate you, but my mouth, it does not produce the excrement.
You see him, like, nose wrinkle, and he kind of, like, puckers his face, and then slowly, groggily, you see him open his eyes. Jim? Oh. Wait, what? And, like, tries to move and notices the ropes holding him down.
Hey, guy.
I'm gonna walk in front. It's like, hi, gentlemen.
Oh.
I turn to the one that was awake. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry about the charm spell, but it was that'll murder you senselessly. So yeah.
How
Hey,
is this
he's
voted
the
for
guy.
murder?
We can't still murder him. If he doesn't
Well,
do what we want.
Well, either way, we're dead, because if you take us back to town, they're just gonna hang us.
Well, you see, now that is where I have a very interesting offer. How would
see
you
him,
guys like
look
to join a
interested?
little operation at the ground floor?
Okay.
Yeah, you see, we're new in town, and we need some local help. And you boys are the first two who've been offered positions in our new organization.
Take over.
Smaller words?
You work for us now, or we
Or
kill
die.
you.
Talk to him like you would talk to the elf.
How's that? That
Um,
seems like a pretty fair offer.
And what
Think
kind
of
of
the benefits.
work?
Full dental plan.
Also,
We-
you
we-
don't
He
get
is,
murdered.
he is actually a legitimate dentist.
We'll leave you here. You carry on banditrying. We get half of whatever you get.
That doesn't seem awfully fair.
Plus,
Did I-
you
did I
get
mention-
access to a
Did I
cave.
mention the
Plus, you get to live.
In a
murder?
cave.
Also, we have a base of operations in the area which you are free to stay at, coupled with the fact that my friend here, Hans, can also help you if you get slightly injured.
Your face, it was very crumpled. I made it better.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Your
take care
eyes,
of your
they were
face.
melted. I fixed them.
I'm sorry that I crumpled your face, little. I wasn't gonna hit you that hard.
As
But
you
not
can see,
really
there are multiple benefits. Also, as our organization grows, you will be the first ones up for promotion.
A lot of it's got going over his head because he's kind of basic.
The better you do, the more money you get.
What kind of money are we talking about?
Depends how well you do.
How much
You know-
money would you make in a year farming?
Well, that's why we don't farm. We don't really make any money.
How much
have
money
enough
did
money
you?
to buy
Did you
those
make-
farms?
We normally just take trade goods.
How much money did you make out of that?
Well, we trade. You know, get a barrel of cod, give it to the goblins. Maybe get a couple of wineskins or some new boots.
How would you like to
So-
make the goblin go work for you?
Well, no, just before Osric goes off, Crofter goes off on a complete tangent. It's like, if you work for us, we'll make sure you're fed and you have good clothes, a place to stay, as well as, when you do especially well, some spending money. We also won't tell the townspeople about you, so that when you make some spending money, you can go into town and have some fun. It's that on one hand. On the other hand, it is the dying.
Well, that's no choice at all. Fine, cut us loose.
Can I sense motive to see if they're being marginally honest?
Certainly.
Can I attempt to pray to our dark gods for a legally binding contract, possibly written in blood?
Yeah, let's make
Sure.
him do like a Kias or something.
Good old D20. The
One?
chances of it. Oh, fuck.
Okay, because I
Uh,
didn't do that well. But if you can get binding contracts, then great.
Also, I will look at front of them. Like, hi guys, and throw a fiery sacred flame in front of them. Flashing the fire in front of them.
What are you beseeching?
A contract stating that they are now employees.
Well, you're not going to get a paper contract per se, but what are you asking?
They're
To
just
punish
bound
these
to
two
us.
that if they go against any of our wishes or try to rebel. They are now peons.
Okay, what are you asking?
Uh,
How are you phrasing it?
Oh god, I know I need to be incredibly careful phrasing things when dealing with dark gods.
You can do it. I believe in you. I cast.
I cast guidance.
Oh god.
I don't really believe in you,
Please don't.
but I think you can make a deal.
I don't need this guidance.
If you need to sacrifice Osric to get the contract, I'm totally okay with this.
I would prefer that you did it.
A 2 or less, so
It will go something along the lines of, "Oh, great and powerful dark gods, please make these two our happy and prosperous co-workers in a slightly more junior position than the rest of us. If they try to leave the organization, they will die."
That sounds
Wow.
pretty good. I can't see how that could go wrong.
Nope, nothing wrong here.
as you finish saying that, you feel a slight itching sensation on your wrist. And you guys see the two prisoners both flinch, and a small 8-pointed star on the right wrist appear.
Look at what I did it!
So boys, welcome to the organization.
Wow, look at that. You've mastered geometry.
Can we have food?
Yes.
Yes,
Now
yes.
you're talking of food. I untie both of them.
I don't know. Can you have food? I think the
They
word
can
you're
have
looking
food.
for is "May I have food?"
May I cast sleep on Osric?
I mean, sure.
I won't, but I'm tempted.
So, where are we going now? Can I have my bow?
yeah.
Give them their packs back.
You see one of them like open the pack and like look at the bottom where the food was. Like looks at Osric.
Sorry, what's the name of our cave? I was about to call it Castle Rock.
Long.
Pretty good name.
Castle Rock would be better though.
I mean, you could probably try and get it renamed. It's Lance Rock.
Alright. Lance Rock? This is our base of the operations.
There's a crazy.
No. We
Yeah.
killed him.
We killed him.
But we are the crazy now.
Oh.
My guys,
It's our
remember-
turn now.
I'm superior to you in every way.
Ignore this one. He is short and smelly.
As
Does he
a
get better?
as a goodwill gesture, boys, and a kind of welcome to the group bonus, I give them each a gold piece.
You see them both like look at the gold piece like, ooh boy, that's a lot of money.
You should
Like,
go and
you
buy
go
some
into town,
equipment.
get some supplies. If you drink all of it, I'm gonna be pretty mad. And then you can base yourselves off of Lance Rock. And remember, 50% of everything you get, you put back in the cave for us.
Well, you should probably, at this point, they work for us. They should probably just put all of the stuff in the cave and then they take what they need.
Oh, yeah, you're totally right. We'll pay you from there.
You'll have
okay.
to report to our cashier, and she will pay you your paycheck every month from now on. You see, yes?
Is she pretty?
No, she's
I'm
a
the
rock right
cashier.
now. She's made of a rock. We will carve her.
Oh.
If
What
you wish to
happened?
carve her, feel free.
I don't know what's going on, but
This is okay,
we're
my
gonna
friend.
go now. Is that
Great.
is that okay with you guys?
That's fine.
And by the way, guys, if you guys spend all the stuff on alcohol and don't buy new stuff, we will know.
What are we supposed to buy? Like we don't know.
Well, what do you think you'll need? You have your bow. This is fine. Maybe a sword. Maybe some
Like-
armor.
Oh,
that
you
could
mean
get?
we can buy stuff for ourselves?
Yes,
Yes.
this is to make
Hey,
you a
yes,
better
you-
henchman.
And a few supplies
Yes.
for the cave.
Better stuff you have, the better
You
people
you
you're gonna be for us.
buy whatever you
Oh.
think you need to make you
I don't have to
more
make my own
effective.
arrows.
No, you can buy bunch of arrows.
Once you have
Oh.
brought all of the things you need, whatever is left over, you may spend on a little
You see, like
drinky.
kind of like the dawning realization, like, oh,
You guys are
okay.
slow
You
for
boys,
henchmen.
stick with us. Stick with us and you'll do well.
Remember, this
Okay.
is just your signing bonus.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
It
If you
means
do
you'll get
well,
more.
you get more.
Like gold?
Yes!
Or a woman, or booze.
Or all of three.
Or a golden booze-laden woman.
Wow.
A woman with a golden tan soaked in booze.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna get going then.
Good.
And should we take the cart, or do you want the cart, or?
I suppose, are we heading in the right direction for the goblins, Griffey? Or do we have to go back to town anyway to get to the goblins?
You'd have to hit up a crossroads a little bit further along the current track, and then head to east.
Okay,
Hi,
probably
guys.
then they can take the cart and give it back.
Don't forget that there's a price on their heads. You can't just let them go willy-nilly.
No one knows these are the bandits.
Maybe we should
Hold on,
slice off
hold
their
on.
hand. and
We
collect the
should
bounty.
ask, do people know that you are the bandits?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, normally, like, one of us just hides in the woods and pretends to be, like, a lot of guys, you know, because then they don't know that there's not a lot of us. And then, like, one of us stands in the middle of the road, like, and he points to where you were standing, like, over there. But if there's, like, a lot of people, then we don't, you know, don't.
Well, don't get into too much trouble. Try to stay
No. You
inconspicuous.
see, we'll pretend. No. That's what we're gonna do.
So
Okay, well-
anybody will know that you're the robbers if you go into town buying stuff?
Nah,
With this new gold
usually
thing?
it's like city folk who like come past here, and then they usually don't want to pay anybody to like guard their stuff. So then we normally just take it, and we tell them to walk back because it's funny because they're not used to walking, and then by the time they get to town, their feet are all sore.
But stay out of trouble in town, yes?
Yeah. We're gonna like, I'm gonna buy a sword. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll get like a dagger. I don't know.
That's great. I'm just going to explain to them what the farmer looks like and give them 15 gold. Return this cart, please, and
So we
give
get
them
to like
15 silver.
ride back.
I mean, yeah, and give the 15 silver to the
Yes,
farmer
yes,
as well.
you can fight back. Also, if what should we do with all this tar?
What? I can carry it.
What
Well, we can carry
all of them? How many barrels
Yeah.
did we buy?
Three barrels.
You-
Lord.
Are you gonna carry 3 barrels of tar for 3 days?
I can carry
Yeah.
1 barrel.
May-
I have 18 strength.
Maybe they could stop off at the cave and take a barrel or two in. We may need them in the future.
Okay, I'll
Maybe
just carry
maybe
a
just
barrel.
keep all of them.
I say we stock up
No,
our
no,
cave.
the professor wants to bring a barrel with
Okay.
them. Let him. They can drop the other 2 off and then return
So
the cart.
yes, take a small detour to Lance Rock, yes, and bring 2 of these barrels inside. Yes.
Oh,
We
okay.
also need to think about, if we're gonna make a base out of that cave, we need to stock it up and get stuff in it.
Well,
Well,
we've got a few supplies in there, and once we get some more gold, we can start doing that in the future.
Well, they can also be doing some of the stocking.
Yeah, they can, but I mean, for now, we don't have to worry. They've got some gold. They can buy some food, while we're gone. We're not going to be gone for like too long anyway.
Okay, well, this is all terribly boring. How about we just let these 2 idiots go back?
Is he always like that?
Great.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's always
unfortunately,
like
just
that.
ignore him.
It's okay.
Forget-
We don't like him. He sleeps outside of the cave. You see, you get to sleep inside.
Griffey, how many
Oh.
silvers are in a gold piece?
Hundo.
100.
100. Okay.
And you've pretty much just given them like a 6 months harvest.
Also, don't
Yeah,
forget,
but
guys.
they're gonna get some nice weapons, so it'll be all good.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying they're like, holy shit, this is more profitable than banditry.
Maybe we should have given it to them in silver. If they just give somebody a gold, it may seem odd.
Yeah, but we
True.
didn't have 200 silvers, so.
We should have stopped at the bank.
Or does my pouch magically make change, Griffey?
Unfortunately not.
Nope. Then yeah, unfortunately.
Maybe you should change that this gold piece each you have into silvers, so as not to flash the cash, as they say.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Is that like magic?
Yes, there is a bank in town. Yes,
I don't know.
is there a
Just
bank in
go
town?
to the general store
No.
and buy lots of
Oh.
stuff.
Well, yes, just go and spend your money.
Oh, okay. So we're leaving now. Is that cool?
Yes.
Yes.
Remember, drop off the barrels first, and then take the cart back, buy your stuff, go back to cave.
Okay.
Also-
I'll wait for you guys there.
Don't forget, if you screw up, horrible murder will occur to you. By me.
Yeah.
I think
Thanks.
Odric said to and me as well. So we're gonna murder him if they do badly. Is that the plan?
I think this was part of the contract I made. Yes.
Cool.
Oh, you
Cool.
guys.
Hans, you seem to make really nice things. Is that correct? Oh no, you don't. You make really nice potions. Don't worry.
Guys,
See,
come on,
two
let's
guys
go!
trundle away on the cart
We
slowly.
have goblins to enslave.
Yep. Let's go and have a look.
All right.
I have a map.
So, guys, map out. Make a what is that fucking roll called? That's a pretty good damn roll. Where is my stoof?
I'm just humming there. Gonna burn some goblins. Wait, 1,000 goblins.
It is like the dwarf, but smaller, not quite as rotund, and green.
Oh, are they like cabbage then, huh?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Screw it. Make a nature check for me, Matt.
Oh, okay.
A survival, sorry, not nature. As you try and track your way across the landscape.
21.
Okay, never mind. That's incredibly well written. Like,
While
holy shit.
while I'm leading the way, I'm also singing that popular ditty. Chop up a dwarf and feed into some goblins.
Ah, this is my favorite.
I can't help but notice you guys have a really odd taste in music.
Hey man, I'm a bard. I just sing what's popular.
I suppose you do.
Okay, first day passes relatively uneventfully. You guys make camp for the evening. Oh, my dice just fell off. Second day.
Hey, Rodriguez, do you know any songs by the Rolling Stone columns?
Oh yes,
Ah,
a gathering menhire carries no moss.
these are my
It's their
favorite.
latest single.
And
Oh.
these are my favorite, along with Daft Monk. Yes,
Oh yes,
and they make the good music.
they have a few good ones. Yeah.
In my experience, all monks are daft.
Okay, second day passes uneventfully. Guys make camp. All's good in the hood because apparently the local wildlife is entirely comprised of pussies.
Cats everywhere.
Cats as far as the eye could see, it's just adorable kitties.
Oh my god! What are these things? They're fucking adorable! Hans!
What is it?
What are these things?
They are. What are they?
The cats.
Ah, the kitties.
Kitty! Amazing! Can I
Oh,
have one?
You must care for it. You must remember to feed it.
Oh yeah, I kind of know. That is a bad idea.
I wonder what brought that
Hold on,
realization.
Hold on, what about I'd start looking for a rock that looks kind of somewhat like a kitty.
Just find one and drip some acid on it.
Yes!
Just like
I
melts
ca-
into a rough
I
cat shape.
carve one into a cat shape using the power of acid.
Make a craft cat out of acid check.
Now, do I get to use my alchemist tools?
Sure.
Oh, sweet! I get to have my proficiency bonus to this. 18.
It's a surprisingly real looking cat.
Here
I mean,
you
it's
go,
only about
Professor.
the size of your palm, but it's like a tiny rock kitty.
This one will not need the feeding.
Amazing!
And in a pinch, you can bludgeon someone with it.
Amazing! It's very tiny though.
Yes, it is.
I mean, yeah, I could probably just like shove it up someone's nose.
You could.
Gotta keep it away from the
try
dwarf.
it.
Why? Why me? I'm just nothing but pleasant to you guys. I think you've got hormone imbalances. Have you guys eat gluten? It might be gluten.
Speak to your gluten-free cleric.
I don't think you should eat gluten. It's kind of like a rock. It's bad for you.
I agree with the smelly, humongous doctor. Whoever thought I'd say that?
I'm a professor. Fuck you.
Yes, I am the doctor.
Oh,
All look
God.
alike to me.
This is unlikely.
Third day passes, and it's like all my third sequential one for random encounters.
Wow, what a very peaceful and lovely wood.
What a benign environment. Why was everyone so worried?
If only everywhere could be like this.
Forest
The
is
world
fucking
would be at
boring.
peace.
It's no fucking fun.
Apparently all the winter wolves and fucking boars and bears and everything else have just decided to go to the Bahamas for like the week.
Oh my god, it's more kitties.
It's just cats, adorable fucking cats, man. It's like Illyra's Forest in Act 2, it's just fucking cats as far as the eye can see. You guys make it on the third day, uneventfully. It was incredibly peaceful. You feel well rested, energetic. There's some luster back in your fur. You know, you're like just a fantastic trip so far.
I just have a smile on my face because of all the cats.
Yes, kitties as far as the eye can see. And on the third day, you guys start approaching the hilltop, where you've heard this fort is. Currently, it's obscured from your view by the forest canopy, and your line of sight is cut in all directions down to about 10, 12 feet by the underbrush. How do you guys wish to approach this area here?
That is a good question.
We did not think this far ahead.
How far away are we, Griffey? Can you paint us a map of like the local area, or is it a
You
case
guys are
of...
probably about half an hour or so away from the actual site by your judgment, Mr. 21.
Okay.
But so you don't have a lot eyes on it yet, but you're assuming that walking into a camp of slavers is probably
Probably a bad idea.
you know.
Right, guys, what was our plan of attack again? Do we just like murder people, or what? Wait, what the fuck are we even doing here? I kind of forgot because of all the cats.
We're here to try and convince these goblins to join our cause.
The question is, does anyone actually speak Goblin?
I mean, I can talk to the giant dudes. They usually
Oh.
pretty cool.
There's only goblins here, I'm afraid.
Oh,
I
I
don't
like
have
the
to-
giants. They
I don't
always
have- I don't have to speak Goblin, but I
There
can
might be
talk to the
giants.
goblins.
I'm assuming I don't know what you're talking about, Crawford, because you're bad. But I'm assuming that
I whisper into his mind, you know what I'm talking about.
I
Jesus,
know
that's
exactly
creepy.
what you're talking about, Crawford. Let me rephrase this. If our negotiating with the goblins requires you talking to them, we're probably going to fight them.
If any situation devolves into needing Crawfler to talk, it's probably gone very badly.
I wish we could talk to the giants. They were pretty cool. I always keep saying bra though. I don't know what bra means.
I agree.
It's a type of
Jesus.
monk.
Now my fucking giants are all surfers, thanks.
I don't. So does anyone actually speak Goblin?
Nah.
Well,
I don't.
they must have someone who speaks the common tongue. Or else, how could those two people? We only know one of their names that speaks to them.
You make a good point. Yes, that could be the case.
Also, I don't get it though. Why do you want to work with goblins?
Because they are tiny and very good at making people become slaves.
Oh yeah, right. Why do we need slaves?
To do our evil duties. And carry
Well, we don't
out
need
our
slaves. We can
evil
always add them to
schemes.
the organization. You know?
Okay.
Like, wouldn't you like someone who can dig out our castle, our rock, to be more spacious and comfortable?
Oh, I mean,
You saw those visions of all of those horrible little dwarfs tunneling for us, being whipped by those goblins, yes? Methinks maybe this could come true.
oh, I mean, I suppose I just don't like goblins because they're so fucking tiny.
But
I
you
mean,
They
like,
always run away when you try to fight them.
you like
If the
kitty so
professor
much.
prefers, we can always just murder them. I'm sure we can find some more goblins.
Yeah, I think I've seen Goliath accidentally stepped on goblins.
Well, maybe we murder a few, and then maybe demand surrender.
That's a point. Now, from what we know, they've got a fortress on top of a hill.
Yes, but we have the professor with a large barrel of tar.
I mean, if you told me that I would get an army of kittens, I would totally be out on that shit instantly.
Think of them like kittens, but they can stab people.
And
Hey.
also, they're ugly.
Hey, guy, I don't know if you realize this, person, but we can get kitties after this is done.
Yeah,
It's something we
I
can
mean,
do.
will there be an army of kittens? Will they like bite people and shit?
It would be a pack of kittens.
Attack kittens. Glorious.
They would be
That's
very
what
similar.
we're going to be doing.
Yay.
Okay, guys. Now, I'm not sure if the goblins patrol the area. We should probably check for that. And do we want to try and attack them at night? Do we want to try and hit them and then run away and then come back and do this a few times?
I think a surprise attack when they are sleeping.
Do any of us have ranged weapons?
I throw things.
I mean,
I have a crossbow.
I don't think I have a
The
bow.
professor could throw the smelly dwarf
Make
over the
Make
wall.
a perception check for me, guys.
Okay.
Oh no,
Let's
Robbie
see.
is next to us. Wow. 8.
15.
21.
One, wow.
Gotta pay attention. These people are idiots.
Ein, what did you roll?
11.
God damn it, man, speak up.
11.
Nobody else notices. But Osric, you notice that while they've been standing here arguing about armies of kittens and the merits of goblin enslavement, it's gone awfully quiet around you. Like, you don't hear birds, you don't hear crickets. Like, it's just the sound of the wind in the branches overhead, and that's it.
Hey guys, do you hear that?
Only the sound of your voice, and it is painful to my ears.
Well, I understand that you're simple, so let me explain. There's clearly less bird chatter since we got here. It could be something's up.
maybe the kittens ate all of the birds here.
They are very voracious predators.
True.
This is true. But also, it could be a trap.
Ah, yes. Hold on, allow me to hide. I dive into a bush.
Oh, let me try.
I want to do the same thing. I want
Roll a
to
d8 for me, Hippo. All of you roll d8s for me.
4.
The ones that are diving, I mean. Roll d8s.
I rolled a 3.
2.
Yeah, what did you roll, Hippo?
4.
This is a 8, right?
No, that's a 10.
No, that's not it.
Double pyramid.
Here we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same either. Trashy, you're just standing there, right?
Why are you guys jumping behind bushes?
What did you roll, Hippo?
4.
Anybody else roll 7?
Nope.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. Osric, you're standing there when the conversation suddenly just disintegrates as people like randomly dive into brush. Out of all of them, Koffler, as you dive into the bush, your bush is occupied. You dive into the very, very, very startled goblin that's been quietly observing you guys. From, listening in on your conversation. As you dive into the bush, you're just like, ah!
I grapple him.
Make
I don't know, man. I don't.
Glorious.
Oh,
You guys
sorry.
hear a sharp like, ah! From the bush.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. No, I'm. My
Just grab him.
grapple.
Do it.
So it's just a 20, right?
Well, it's an attack roll.
With a 20, right?
1v1 grapple him, yes.
1d20. Yeah, 1v1 fight me.
Oh fuck! I almost got a 20 there.
Goblin rolls way more than that, and just kind of like climbs on top of you and starts skittering up the side of the tree, almost like a spider away from you.
Oh,
Grab
hey,
his
look,
leg
a
or
goblin!
something.
He chatters something at you guys, like you don't know what to say, but it's like like climbs further up into the tree.
Hi, simple friend. There's
I
no
whisper
reason
to his head, "Now you work for us."
You just hear "Ah!" from the front of the tree, followed by the sound of a horn blowing, and you hear in the distance what sounds like hunting dogs start baying.
Quickly, Rodriguez, pretend that you are a music box. Walk at them slowly.
Sorry, say it again. What?
I don't think you were here for that.
I know.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Well, boys,
Fucking
I think
broke me
that's
there,
made up our
Hippo.
minds for us.
That's where we'll end for this week.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Oh, you bunch of potatoes.
Amazing.
What are you talking about? This
Amazing.
is great.
Amazing. All I'm going to say.
This is pure
So-
skill right there.
Thoughts, ideas, suggestions?
Clearly, Osric is the best dwarf ever.
Well, sure.
Hi, guys.
Surely, Katos Vicarius is the best Ultramarine.
I just realized that he's
Pretty
basically
much.
Carius dwarf. Oh god. So, thoughts, ideas, suggestions?
This was a lot of fun.
No, it was good.
I know you guys didn't get as much combat as you were hoping for, unfortunately.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
not even
Good.
worried about it. To be honest with you, the role playing has been excellent.
Excellent.
Poor Goblin. Goblin is very confused. Why are there suddenly other voices in his head that aren't Goblin voices? What is this? I don't even...
His new gods are speaking to him.
In the
Well,
language he
it's-
doesn't understand. Woohoo!
No, he can understand.
Ah.
This thing works regardless of what spoken language is.
Oh, okay.
It's just, if the thing can speak a language, I can speak to it.
The problem is,
Mm.
it's a goblin. Goblin thoughts normally going, stab, steal, fuck, eat, stab, steal, fuck. And then suddenly this guy goes, we're your new gods! Which kind of throws a wrench into the whole, perspective of goblin kind. His very fundamentals of his place in the cosmos have now been shaken by...
You've given that goblin existential crisis.